the media basically is the mirror of society. You reflect what it is that is important for our nation. And therefore, the fact that these matters are what dominates our headlines and our discussion programs shows that this nation is united at this point in the effort to rescue our country and to rescue future generations and to preserve our country. Now, that is important. It is also important because oftentimes when governments, and I mean governments since the Fourth Republic, take decisions that are seemingly drastic, but which are important for preserving our lives, oftentimes it is the media that comes at government and says, oh, but these people will lose their livelihoods. You know, for example, demolitions. Over the years, we all agree that our country is quite unsightly. But oftentimes when governments seek to do demolitions, the media comes at them, oh, but these are people who are making a livelihood by the street corners and in these slums and so on and so forth, so preserve their livelihoods. Now, even though there are a few people, and then we are not unanimous on the numbers, people say that there are about 200,000 people who are engaged in Galamsey. Some say that collectively about 3 million people benefit from Galamsey. Whatever the numbers are, it is very clear that the people who benefit from Galamsey are in the tiniest minority in our country. If we are to put our population at 27 million, and even 3 million people are benefiting, it is very clear that we cannot sacrifice the lives of 24 million people for 3 million people. And so this time the media is not saying, but people will lose their livelihood, so let's not clamp down on Galamsey. Which means that now this government really has no excuse not to do the right thing to stamp out this menace that threatens our future. And you have heard the president speak over the weekend. He is determined to be referred to as the president who stamped out Galamsey, who rescued our country, and who restored the future of our nation. And the fact that you are with him and you offer him the support by this coalition, I believe will strengthen his hand in doing what we all agree must now be done to stamp this out. The Honorable Peter Amewu these days basically has no subject at all. Every time he speaks these days, it is about Galamsey. The Minister for Water Resources has told us that this campaign is basically about ensuring that he succeeds as minister. Because what is the value of a minister for water who cannot give us water? And so all of us are determined and unanimous and agreed that this menace must be stamped out. As Minister for Information, I had no hesitation at all in putting my weight behind the coalition. And whatever it is that we ought to do as government to ensure that this campaign goes all the way to its logical conclusion, that it goes. Because it is not as if other governments or previous governments haven't tackled the matter, but we always do so on a piecemeal basis. When we go into the areas, we seize their equipment and then we get out. Then they go and buy new equipment and they go in there. I'm not sure that this is the way that this government intends to handle the matter. The ministers who are responsible for the security and so on, I'm sure, as Peter Amewu said, in the next few days or weeks, will unveil to the Ghanaian people a comprehensive plan that this time will go into the areas, stop the matter, and make sure that it is really stopped for good.